This is a story about a message that may have come from deep space. It lasted just 72 seconds. It was heard exactly once. And despite decades of searching, no one has ever found it again. On the night of August 15th, 1977, a massive radio telescope known as the Big Ear was quietly scanning the sky. Its mission was simple. Listen, not for voices, not for spacecraft, but for unusual radio signals that might reveal something unexpected about the universe. Most nights were uneventful. The telescope recorded the usual background noise, natural radio emissions from stars, galaxies, and distant cosmic objects. Nothing remarkable, nothing mysterious. Then, a few days later, an astronomer named Jerry Ehman sat down to review the data. And that's when he saw it, a sequence of characters on a computer printout. At first glance, it looked ordinary, but the more he studied it, the more impossible it seemed. The signal was incredibly powerful, far stronger than the random noise astronomers typically detected, and it appeared to originate from the direction of Sagittarius. What made it so unusual was how perfectly it behaved. The signal gradually increased in strength, reached a peak, then faded away. Exactly the pattern scientists would expect if a distant transmission had passed through the telescope's field of view. It wasn't chaotic, it wasn't random, it looked deliberate. Shocked by what he was seeing, Ehman grabbed a pen, circled the data, and wrote a single word in the margin. Wow! The name stuck. The wow signal. Immediately, scientists wanted answers. They pointed telescopes back toward the same region of space. Nothing. They searched again. Nothing. Weeks passed, then months, then years, and the signal never returned. Not once. Now, over the decades, researchers have proposed countless explanations. A comet passing through the area, an unusual natural radio source, a malfunction in the equipment. But every explanation seemed to leave questions unanswered, because the signal possessed characteristics that were surprisingly difficult to explain away. And that's why, nearly 50 years later, the WOW signal remains one of the most famous mysteries in astronomy. Was it a natural phenomenon that scientists simply haven't identified yet? A rare cosmic event that happened only once? Or was it something else? Something intelligent? Something distant? Something trying to be heard? No one knows. And maybe the most unsettling part isn't that we detected the signal. It's that if it really was a message, we never got a second one. And somewhere in the vast darkness beyond Earth, whatever sent it may have been waiting for a reply.